Luigi Mangione just accepted over $300,000 in a defense fund, while at the same time UnitedHealthcare is doing anything and everything within their power to restore their public image.
An accommodation could be made. A truce. No! There will be no truce.
By doubling down on being a douche. And this could very well just be that one unique situation where Luigi is legally wrong, morally wrong, but principally right. All that being said, everything's alleged. Welcome to the point. Let's get to it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I don't think it's a secret that everybody knows I believe insurance to be the largest legal scam in the history of this country. The fact that there are individuals out there right now who have spent decades giving insurance companies hundreds of thousands of dollars for healthcare coverage for that one time when they might need it, just to find out the one time they need it, their insurance claim gets denied. It's just stupid how we've let this thing get this bad. And Luigi did what he allegedly did. It brought a lot of attention to a situation that has been festering for a long time. And that was an opportunity for UnitedHealthcare to get in front of the camera. Make some sort of statement saying we understand what people are going through. We understand how our policies have affected millions of people. We acknowledge there needs to be change and we strive for that change daily, and we're going to strive even harder. But no, that's not what happened. They somehow managed to say that Brian Thompson did everything he could for the individual insurer, while at the same time understanding that he increased profits in that company, while finding and hiring his replacement in January. And in the middle of all this nonsense, while Luigi's being praised a hero, everybody's calling Brian a villain. They're trying to find a new CEO. While addressing the allegations about their company denying individuals' claims, they decide to up and threaten a doctor with a lawsuit. And if you didn't know that story, here's the post that sparked what we're going to talk about today.
Insurance just keeps getting worse. I just did 2 bilateral deeps and 2 bilateral tissue expanders for patients. And I've never had this happen before, but during the second deep, I got a phone call into the operating room saying that UnitedHealthcare wanted me to call them about one of the patients who was having surgery today, who was actually asleep having surgery, and said I had to call right now. So I scrubbed out of my case and I called UnitedHealthcare, and the gentleman said he needed some information about her, wanted to know her diagnosis and whether her inpatient stay should be justified. And I was like, do you understand that she's asleep right now? And she has breast cancer. And the gentleman said, actually, I don't. That's a different department that would know that information. And I was like, well, she does need to stay overnight tonight. And you have all the information with you because I got approval for this surgery. And I need to go back and be with my patient now. But yeah, it's out of control. Insurance is out of control. I have no other words.
So there you have it. UnitedHealthcare is sick and tired of people getting upset about their denied claims. The law firm they hired is Claire Locke out of Virginia, who most recently represented Dominion Voting Systems in a bombshell defamation suit against Fox News, where they got that company over $700 million. And after Dr. Potter released that initial video that went viral, they decided to send her a letter. And this is her response to that letter.
It's Dr. Potter. United sent me a letter, which I'm going to share in its entirety here, and they denied my patient's overnight stay. I'm going to let their words speak for themselves. What I have to say is that my words were true, and I was honest in my statement in the video. And I'm sure you'll have questions after you read United's letter, and I'm happy to respond to those in some other forum. I'm not going to be silenced by threats when it comes to speaking out for my patients and for my ability to take care of them and for what's going on in the healthcare system. If I don't speak out, then I lose. I lose my integrity, and I lose my voice, and I lose the opportunity to make a difference. And although it is a bit intimidating to have a company like United send a letter like this to me, I know where I stand. I'm a woman taking care of women who are affected by breast cancer. And I know that I do that with all of my heart and in a way that I can be proud of. And I spoke up when I needed to, and I'll keep speaking up. So I would just ask you guys to follow along share this story and this letter in your communities, because I think that I'm not the only one. And it is scary to stand up against the healthcare system when it's such a wealthy and powerful group of organizations. But it's going to take all of us telling our stories and being honest to make a change. And I am here for it.
This is going to be one of those situations where regardless of if she was right or wrong, she's in a very tough fight. And she may come out on the other end of this thing, but I doubt it'll be unscathed. Now, her attorney, Jessica Underwood, has came out and said that there was nothing inaccurate in the video that she posted. And we already know that Dr. Potter's not going to take this down. But UnitedHealthcare is not stopping there. This is an article from the Rolling Stones, and this is what they say. Elsewhere, UnitedHealth took measures to prevent the dissemination of internal data about its denials of customer claims. UnitedHealth Group's individual market plans are known to have one of the highest denial rates among all U.S. insurers, a fact that has received much media attention in the wake of Thompson's passing. As the Lever reported, the day after President Donald Trump's inauguration in January, UnitedHealth submitted a letter to the SEC asking for approval to block a shareholder proposal that it use a third-party auditor to assess previous customer denial claims, particularly where a passing was involved, to determine if the denial letters included factually incorrect or insensitive information. In cases where this outside analyst determined that a coverage claim should have not been denied, the proposal says those individuals and family members affected are to be sent an apology letter, hand-signed by both a UnitedHealthcare executive and a member of the company's board of directors. Because we all know, when a family member passes away because of a denied insurance claim, a hand-signed letter is going to make the difference. That's going to make everybody feel better. I gotta say, I want to announce that my formal services will be available to UnitedHealthcare if they're looking for help in the PR department. Because whoever's advising you on these particular policies, I don't know what the hell you're thinking. How can a company become so big and so successful and rake in all this money but still hire imbeciles? Every decision you're making is the wrong decision. I mean, I get it. You're mandated to have insurance in this country. And a lot of people aren't going to drop y'all just because they don't like what y'all are doing. But you're a publicly traded company and short selling's a thing, and we'll get to that in just a second. But there's more to this particular story, because you're going to love this justification for refusing the vote. UnitedHealthcare's rationale for refusing a vote on such a policy, as its legal team wrote in a letter, is that the proposal was not submitted before the application deadline. But there's more, because UnitedHealthcare is making all the right decisions. Listen to this. Then on January 31st, the insurance sent a second letter to the SEC seeking to prevent a shareholder vote on another proposal related to its claim denials. This proposal, if passed by investors, would recommend that UnitedHealth evaluate how company practices impact access to healthcare and patient outcomes, including analysis of how often prior authorization requirements or denials of coverage lead to delayed or abandonment of medical treatment and serious adverse events for patients. The public health-related cost and macroeconomic risk created by the company's practices that limit or delay access to healthcare. And they told the SEC allegedly that this particular deal was vague and too indefinite, and it was in somehow, way, shape, or form an attempt to micromanage the company. Now, Bill Ackman, a billionaire, said on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, that if he still short-sold stocks, he would short-sell this particular company. He, of course, removed the post, but UnitedHealthcare went after him, filing a claim that the SEC needed to investigate what this individual was doing. I mean, in terms of damage control, I think we can all agree UnitedHealthcare is doing a bang-up job. They're really on the path to win hearts and minds. Clearly, they care about the consumer. Clearly, they care about their public image. It is mind-blowing to me that a company this successful can make so many bad decisions back-to-back. Who is advising these people on these policies and these decisions? I understand profit drives corporate America. And I understand that you have a lot of people paying you fees. And I understand you have a lot of people you insure. And those people give you money on a monthly basis. But you're a publicly traded company. And if this individual was just making a statement that if he short-sold stocks, he would short-sell that stock, that doesn't mean he's gonna do it. But that doesn't mean other people aren't thinking about that. So as I said in the beginning of the video, Luigi may be legally wrong, morally wrong, but principally right, depending on how this trial goes. It's been a while since my last update on this story because his attorney absolutely shut everybody up, which he should. Regardless if he did the crime or not, he has rights. Those rights need to be upheld. That man needs a fair trial. And whatever happens, happens. But when I found out UnitedHealthcare threatened to sue a doctor or sent a letter that threatened it could happen, I absolutely had to talk about it. It's absolutely insane. If this doctor legitimately had to stop her surgery to answer a phone call from an insurer, that is absolutely an indicator of a problem. If it's true, if it's false, we'll have to find out. I 100% believe this will go to trial because she hasn't done a thing UnitedHealthcare told her to do. She hasn't issued an apology. She hasn't taken any of those videos down. She hasn't gave any indication that what she said was a lie. And I can't legitimately think of a good reason she would sit there and lie. She's already a doctor. She already has money. But there is one group of individuals that have a track record of lying, and that's insurance companies. And if you don't believe me, you can go ask them yourself. Of course, they'll deny it. That being said, if you enjoy this and more fair coverage on this story and others, maybe check one of these videos out. Y'all be safe now.